I'm Olivia Clementine, and this is Love and Liberation. Today, our guest is Tenzin Norbu. Born in the Himalaya region of Dolpo, Nepal, Tenzin studied traditional thangka painting as well as Buddhism from his father, following a lineage of painters that dates back more than 400 years. His work has appeared in several international publications, including Caravans of the Himalaya, National Geographic, and the feature film Himalaya. He is also the illustrator for children's books, including Himalaya and Clear Sky, Red Earth. He encourages education and sustainable development in Dolpo, one of Nepal's most remote districts. In 2001, Tenzin founded the Kula Mountain School in his native Panzang Valley, creating educational opportunities for children of this remote region. Thank you for doing the interview again.
Okay.
And we're in Tenzin's gallery
Yeah.
and in Kathmandu.
Yeah.
And I thought we could begin today on the topic of Dolpo because it's where everything births from. It feels like your work. And so I wanted to see if you would share about Dolpo, like the landscape and what makes it special.
Dolpo is very remote now. I just came to city when I was 20. That's why I know very well Dolpo. Even my dream now every day is Dolpo. I go for every year now and dance in Dolpo. My idea to visit another culture, maybe I can get better kind of things. We have no facility like here, city. Comparing Kathmandu, you have it here, you have hot condition, cold condition, you have many kind of facility. Shows there. That and still no more happy. I found in Dolpo, my village, there's very few facility. But still they are happy. I learned from my father. When I opened my eyes, I'm already born in artist world. I have many ideas. Thought I can do different thangka. I have many hope and when I come in city, I learn and I return back to see my culture and I think that is after. That is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then finally I start to my this kind of my new idea. I don't found idea for other countries, but I get some just example, a few things, but finally it was my place where I born. And my father teach me not only art, he teach me also. I learned from him a lot of Buddhism, not a very long way, but short way. Very simple way. He explained me how to make happy mind, how to keep control our minds. That is very wonderful. At that time, I'm thinking to get maybe better idea for Dharma also. But finally now, I know there is no better. Is this my place? Why people are living there so very hot like that? You saw our village almost every day, very strong wind. We have to fight this wind and we have to walk. We have to fast everything to do because weather is just so fast changing, and very risky. To go other village, you have to cross paths. We have to cross river. So really very tough like that. Why the choice? I think very simple one. It's very simple, I think. Now I understand. To beginning, I was coming from there to visit Kathmandu. Oh, here is kind of paradise, very warm, very easy life. But when you have so much facility, I think you lose your energy.
Yeah.
You have too much easy life, too much easy way. Some people are very good, maybe they have good karma, maybe it's easy.
You grew up in a Ngagpa family, and What did that mean for you? So your father was teaching you some Buddhist tenets, and like, were there other aspects for people coming for healings or support or growing up around that? What did that mean?
Yeah, yeah. Of course, they have support. They have my father also not only Rama. In Dolpo, you have a not so kind of big facility. He cannot get all facility for public. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
He have to walk. He have to practice himself. He's making clothes for all children. He's making shoes every children. We have no shoes that he's making. He's good artist. He's good teacher, and he's worried about all the village. It's a very big responsibility. I can't know. That time uh, he was a Ngagpa long hair, and people are village people. People are very for this place. Very for very simple. They have some barley this area, and only you eat only our barley. Feed you eat all this. I think only 6 months. With 6 months we can get food outside to go to work, to travel, to exchange this salt, This kind of business kind of business. Otherwise, if you can stay there, only barley is not enough. That's why life is very difficult. But they are very simple, very happy, and very helpful to each other. If somebody has some problem, everybody help them. Not best like Sangye, not like Buddha, but and still we are Korba, his Korba Samsara. Everything is Samsara. I think better Samsara.
Better samsara.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people passed away and they asked me to make Buddha or some kind of thangka, small thangka for dead people. We have no price, no cost. Then I have to collect everything with color, brush. You cannot buy shop, everything. Some are very good, some they give, 10 kilo barley. I work 1 month, they give me 10 kilo barley. It's not enough.
Yeah.
There's no way to put cost price, then it's really, that time people are really working by half, 2001, I start to open one school. Dolpo, I thought is very important. Modern education also very important. Communication. Now we have 300 children to study there. Maybe 50, 60 children already placed 12. We give education for 12 class. I think we done a good job, and we not only Western education, our Himalayan language, and Nepali, our country, and English. We give 3, different. So this planet and Dolpo is changing very fast now.
What are some of the changes?
Yeah, everything. Even now we have no road. They bring for transport for mules, and we have no mule before. We used to, Now the people easy to move, to bring from down lower Dolpo mules, and mules bring gas. But now even you are great practitioner or great people, it's not depends for the old STEM and now modern city. I think this problem we are always depends outside, not outside, our mind to compare the good, bad, this is only our problem. I am here now, but my practice is since 20 years in Dolpo. You practice very strongly your mind. I am sure your dream is also practice. Your day is practice. Your life is practice. I was assistant for my father many places in Dolpo since 12 years. And then 1991 I met French guy. He's photographed for National Geographic. And since there, then I start to work with him together. We make some books, Then I have a lot of knowledge, ideas. I have so many books, museums. Then also I have more strong connection in Dolpo culture. I say, okay, now this is very important. And it's good for art, but to keep culture even in continuing in the life, for in the future to see. Then every day like Himalaya, I put it in my art. Now I am changing again. Artist means is with Tibetan say Kuchal. I was beginning as painter, but now I try to be an artist. Artist means you have to put in the paper your idea. Not 70 years before, not 1,000 years before, 2,000 years before. It's just to your painter, I think. I think practitioner or Buddhist or all practitioner. It's beginning you are like painter, you are making copy practice. Then finally after that I think you have to make your special way. We have 6 different tradition. Why there are 6 different? Because they want to show our own idea, own way. Is there is same destination and same place, but different way to go.
You come from 5 at least generations of
Yeah, five.
so and they were all thangka painters.
Yeah, they are all kind of
You're the only one that took the
Usually,
path.
my father, from my grandfather, 4 generation is not much change because a little change, but not much. Almost same culture. Then I start my art. My life is always changing same time.
True.
Then I'm follow there already automatically.
Is there a certain style for Dolpo thangka painting that you have taken on aspects of it?
Dolpo Panda there is not so special Dolpo style, but I think they are not artists, they are painter, thangka painter. They are respect all culture, they respect all rules. Tibet there's many different art style also in thangka, but if you don't know thangka, you can see always same. That is style. But they are always to follow one rule, and not very freedom. Yeah, when I was young, when I was 21, 22, and my father was very strong teacher. He wanted to keep his way continue for me. I see different planet already. Then I want to go my place to play my old tradition to new modern. I want to play. That he don't understand. Difficult to begin a little bit. And finally, before he was passed away, I showed his books. I explained everything. He was happy. It's good, yeah. Correct. He understand. I think this time is changing. Mind is changing. Everything changing. Now I understand it's most important to keep our own. Then you can play. Many artists now in Nepal or many countries I saw that they're so many famous artists. Then they want to make copy. They want to do the same way, but no, I think.
I've always wanted the edges of thangkas, and your work allows one to actually experience that, like the landscape, the people, versus just the deal.
Yeah.
They're very peaceful, but they're very alive. I'm also kind of going back to the very beginning of this conversation, going back to Dolpo and the simplicity, and you were saying it's changed a lot. You capture in your paintings are moments in the year, like rituals of the season, rituals of the day, like just what people do in ordinary life. Like what happens in winter, spring, summer, fall.
I think more simple in the winter time. But summer time, they have that nice time because warm and flower, but they are so busy taking care of collection before become winter. They have to collect wood, to make fire, they have to collect food, they have everything just grows water before. But sometimes you have sometimes big snow, it goes few months. Then that's why some of them very busy, but winter time is cold, life is very slow.
What are people doing in the winter?
There, of course, the women were making, and men are making shoes, of course, to get the tailor. Men are all tailor, or men are making, So
Weavers.
we are weavers, and we are ourselves, although we are sailing down place also to say that. It will be lower Dolpo. Over Dolpo, my town, they are very talented, very tough. They are working very hard. Then some of them, the people coming from lower Dolpo, like kind of Nepali language there. They come by goat caravan, maybe 1,000 goat, 500. They have their own friend to exchange it. We go to Tibet, take soul. Some rich people has a little room full of the soul. They come and we exchange soul, and they have wheat, they have corn. Then we are selling not only soul, and the women making many blankets. March we finish all field. You have barley field, Then we exchange also food, collection, because we have not enough food. And autumn time, they're coming from Tibet, from Tibetan sheep caravan, no God one, sheep caravan coming. All sheep has little, maybe 10 kilo one sheep. They bring salt, and we give a barley, Our barley, I think 50% we eat, 50% we need to exchange different kind of food. We buy salt because we give one kind of 1 kilo, and they give a 2 kilo salt. Then we keep this salt. June, July, they come, put it. Like this, since many years. And now it's gone, Salt is coming from India. Now, even now, salt, they make very nice packing, non-Indian, non-natural. Gone now.
So that's not happening, that people aren't coming to the caravan and exchanging anymore. Not so much. They just buy in.
No, it's shop. Now in Dolpo, you can have shop.
Yeah.
My area, there may no many shop, but one village, one shop. They go there, they buy it. No,
Yeah.
that's why it's big changing. Thousands then become now. They're bringing export these things, materials, salt, food, rice, all from Nepal country, it's direct Indian from India. They bring in Dolpo.
Are women still making skirts and then shoes?
Yeah, some people. The women make this blanket now. It takes 1 month to make this. It's so expensive, then nobody gets. Because the lower people, they buy Chinese blanket very cheap. They can get maybe 1,000 rupees per day now. And they work 3 days, they will get a blanket, In Dolpo blanket, you have to pay 30,000 rupees every day.
Yeah.
I think no good to lose this stuff. We keep this tradition, continue.
What's something that's really important to you right now? Where is your attention right now in your life?
We have very nice culture in Himalaya, and especially in Kathmandu. We have very nice city. Mm-hmm. One of the best weather in the world, I think. Temperature is fantastic here, always. Never below 40, and you can have very nice view of Himalaya. We don't have Himalayan views. That is very sad. Mm-hmm. I hope my dream or son who has very interest this kind of culture, I think we need to support that. Very good work, but we have this part. Now it's pattern music, it's small one. This made by 12 people, non-Nepali, and showing it with all one. This is not enough. I think we need a Himalayan music in Kathmandu.
And how about you in your own art and just daily life? Is there something these days you're putting attention towards that's different or the same? Like, what are you interested in every day now, these days? What are you spending your time?
I spend a lot of time my house. Morning and evening I spend all the practice from my father, from our tradition also. That's my morning I can make 1 hour. I keep 1 hour, maybe 2 hours sometimes. Depends my time. And the evening I give also 1 hour. Like that every day I make a practice. One low. Yeah. And I'm happy, yeah. You have to be natural, but to practice. There's no worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, depends with your mind. It's not easy.
Yeah.
So he looks very easy. He says very simple, but it's not simple, not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Tenzin.
No problem. Thank you.
So, what do we have here, Tenzin?
Himalaya people in the soul caravan. They bring soul. We buy from Tibet and to buy soul and exchange barley. Then after this soul we sell down lower Dolpo. They need soul, but long term it works maybe 1 century. This kind of 1 2 century. Now it's gone there. That's why when I was a little child, I still this kind of visit to our soul caravan. And yeah, of course, family, they live there. And let's say it's my life. You can see this here, yaks here, people moving. This wind is very strong there. This is the Himalaya, and it's so strong wind and very clean sky, very fresh and big space, open space. When I was first, was there in Kathmandu, there's no copy. But now in Dolpo, you have everywhere copy planet display in this case. Maybe one day we pray, we make a tour, so make copy tour. It's nice. The Hmong are very lax, they like coffee now. You see in both this Himalayan Java, there is a good coffee shop. Many Hmong are relaxed, and drinking coffee. They are single. No need to think a lot of problem. But okay, maybe one day they like what they like, they have to offer you. So then I think maybe we just make joke. This is a winter. I need to finish 4 pending. This is winter, spring, summer, autumn. Must finish Dolpo house. We have Himalayan cow also. The children are playing in the ice. And the typical winter time, you have to make wall to bring water. She's taking water. He's carry for the wood. The mother is giving milk for children, 3 children to study some dogs, and he's bringing down, we have grass. All activities.
And your masks?
Okay. What's this with mask? You see, this is very old mask. And also, we have very beautiful. I make from, I do have to make like him. This is Tara. Quite new, I never make a movie with Tara. Green Tara, I want to put my style always, and they are very far, maybe too close. They are very worried, and she praying. Tara pray, maybe Tara is coming.
So beautiful. And I have to get the fact that you're here
Yeah.
on the roof here is your studio. And I started for this last year. I'm very interested to this for language when I was not finished yet. But about I explain Tibetan language. This is Kunjung Demba. Kunjung Demba means you want to keep everything yourself, even it's too big, too impossible. You want to keep our mind. I think now this planet, same. Everybody want to be top. Everybody want to be very famous. Everybody want to be very rich. Then finally, result is like that. This is also true. If you have too much to think, that you have no capacity, and you can get results like that. This is also true. This is true, and then you have to. This is kind of this is Kunjung Temba, Tumal Temba, and this Lamgi Temba. Lam means the way. That's also true. Lam means the way. Way you have to first to teach a teacher. Then after you finish, you have to think about how it's important, what is important. Then not only think, you have to practice this kind of step. For this 3, he say, to some con
and Sum 3. For this is Lam Gitamba, in the way, is two of the in the way. Then, if you read that, you can get result like this. This karma and result, and karma is result. And this is 4-hour treatise, very interesting. And Buddha Shakyamuni, what another first teaching is that. That I like so much.
Thank you, Tenzin.
Yeah.